Premier League on a Sunday night. Sunday if you're in the UK. Sunday day, I should say. Hey, what's going on? My name's Lockie. This is Coast Football, and we are doing a Premier League watch along tonight. Arsenal, Tottenham, Premier League football. Does it get any better than this? It doesn't. It doesn't. We're very excited for this one. Obviously, a fiercely contested rivalry. This is two teams who have started the Premier League season very, very well. We're going to be here to watch it, react to it, discuss it with you, the viewer. Thanks so much for joining me here for this one. And this is the second Premier League watch-along we've done, man. It's new. Obviously, Australian football is our focus here at Coast Watch Football. And we were live twice earlier today. This is our third watch-along of the day. We were live for the Australia Cup semi-finals, which was a lot of fun today. We had Melbourne City, Sydney FC, Sky Blues winning that one 2-1. Melbourne Knights losing out to Brisbane Roar, so it's Sydney FC and Brisbane Roar in the Australia Cup final, which is very exciting. And that match is taking place in a couple of weeks' time. But focus tonight is on Arsenal v Tottenham. What an occasion. What a night this is. Obviously, being a Tottenham fan, I should rep the jersey. This is the away kit. This is the Tottenham away kit from... I'm trying to think of what season it's from. Someone let me know. I always forget. I think it might have been the 2021 season. It might be that one. But let me know if you know for sure. I always forget. I dig this away kit though. It's very, very nice. But we've got the Spurs kit here. We've got the Mariners and Celtic kits here. It's kits galore. It's everywhere. But how you guys doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from, and drop your predictions for this game as well, because we are set for a thrilling match tonight. I am sure, a matchup that is highly anticipated for many reasons. Obviously, taking the Australian focus, Ange Postecoglou. Everyone in Australia is behind Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. Just fantastic. Seeing the way Ange has, started his tenure at Tottenham Hotspur, starting successfully, and getting the fans, and not just the Tottenham fans, but like everyone, like Premier League fans all around, on board with him. And look, he has... The great thing about Ange is that you know what you're going to get. Right, you know what I mean? You know what you're going to get from someone like Ange Postecoglou, and he's just such a solid bloke. You know what I mean? He's just a genuine bloke, and it's. I'm still so stoked that he's in the Premier League, man. It's awesome. Good to see Zelly here, Axel here, Nama. Good to see our guys jumping in here nice and early. Got some predictions coming in. Axel says 1-1 at the moment. Okay, so my change 1-1 at the moment. It is the 2020-21 season. Thank you very much. Predicting a 3-2 late winner for my Gunners, says Axel as well. What else was he saying a bit earlier? Zelly, sorry. Good to see you here as well. Top 5 EPL predictions. Well, I did a Premier League ladder prediction earlier, and I'm trying to remember who I said, but it's probably changed since then anyway. I think City will win the whole thing in the end. Coming in second place is an interesting one. I think, oh man, like I almost want to say Tottenham. I think second will be Arsenal. I think Tottenham get top 4. I think maybe Liverpool third, Tottenham fourth. I think the way it started, I think Tottenham are a serious chance to finish top 4. I don't know. Am I biased saying that? I don't know. You guys let me know. Hey Cam, how's it going? Says I hate that I'm developing a soft spot for Spurs. I know, right? It's funny seeing everyone, like usually Tottenham are the the end of like all the banter, right? But yeah, everyone getting behind them now just because of Ange, and which is quite fun to watch. Axel says he scored a 2-1. Oh, we're talking about Getafe, Real Sociedad. Not long till this game kicks off, by the way. About 9 minutes, 8 minutes or so. Of course, this is on Optus Sport. If you're watching in Australia, I'm sure, as you guys know. Excited for this one, man. Very, very excited for this one. This is a real test for Ange and Spurs. Obviously, they've had some, there's been some tricky encounters already. Manchester United was obviously the big test they had. That was the other time they played a top 6 team. And now coming up against an Arsenal team who are coming off a decent win in the Champions League midweek. slight advantage for Tottenham, I guess, heading into this game. The fact that they're not playing European football. They had a full week to prepare for this game. Obviously, Tottenham coming off the back of that fantastic late victory at home to Sheffield United last week. What a win! And just the scenes, man. I mean, you guys all saw it. The scenes last week when Tottenham came from behind late on to score 2 injury time goals. Just remarkable. And just like Richarlison as well, getting his goal. The pressure that's been relieved there as well. Interesting when we look at the lineups today. So Richarlison does stay on the bench, but it's a starting debut for Brennan Johnson, a player who, as a Tottenham fan, I'm very excited about. Expecting big things from him. So great to see Brennan Johnson starting today for Tottenham Hotspur. So we'd expect Johnson to be starting off that left-hand side, Son through the middle. Although I believe Johnson can also play as a striker. So, you know, that might be some rotation in that front three for Tottenham Hotspur today. Some big news as well with Tottenham during the week. Ivan Perisic, the Croatian winger, ruled out with injury for pretty much the whole season, which is a huge blow. Really, really disappointing to lose such a class player. Did I spell Arsenal wrong? Oh my God, that's so funny. Arsenal. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Arsenal. Oh, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. Oh my God. How do I spell Arsenal? Why am I blanking? That's hilarious. Why am I blanking so hard? Arsenal. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, dude. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when you're on your third live stream for the day. We're heading into 6 hours of live streaming today. That's how dude. Am I tripping out? Is that how you spell Arsenal? That's just so funny. Arsenal. Oh, that's so funny. It is that. For some reason, I forgot about the A in there. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I apologize. I apologize to every single one of you Arsenal fans. That was totally an accident. Anyway, this game is going to kick off in a matter of minutes at the Emirates Stadium. No, I totally didn't misspell that on purpose. I legitimately didn't even notice. I must have just typed it really quickly, just didn't look. That's so funny. Zelly has dropped his EPL prediction for the top 4. Arsenal, City, Spurs, Liverpool. That'd be huge. That'd be huge for Arsenal to top it over City. I tell you, dude. I mean, like I love the way Spurs have started, man, and it's looking great. But man, City, they don't look like they're gonna lose a game ever, right? They just have that vibe about them. You don't think they're gonna lose a game. And that's the concern for everyone chasing them. They're just waiting for City to slip. Give them something. Oh boy. Tell you what though, I mean, if Spurs finish third, that's huge. And you know what the exciting thing is, and Ange has made this clear. I mean, this first season is just sort of the beginning for Ange and Tottenham, right? You know, we're building something here. So look, if Spurs finish third, that's huge, and then to build on that into next season, you know, be playing Champions League football, all that kind of stuff, you know. Nama asks, do you think Harry Kane leaving is the best thing for Spurs? I think for all parties involved, I think it was the right move. Look, he wanted to go, and so far it's worked out all right for Tottenham. It's not like we're missing him all that much. It's still working out for Spurs, which is good for a Spurs point of view. And for Harry Kane, look, he's happy. He's got his move. He's going to Bayern Munich, a fantastic club in Germany, and it's worked out. So, look, it would have been great if he stayed. Every team would love Harry Kane in their side, of course. As the teams walk out as we speak into a packed Emirates Stadium in London, England. Thanks so much for jumping in for this one. It's Premier League Watchalong. Arsenal, Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou competing in his first ever North London derby. Ewan in the chat, how's it going, mate? Says Harry Kane leaving Spurs is a good thing for Spurs since the players they've brought in, etc. That's right. I mean, Brennan Johnson coming in. You've got Manos Solomon, Veliz, who's on the bench tonight as well, striker. So look, some attacking players who can sort of, will not necessarily fill directly that striker position. They can, but, we've got Heung-min Son, who's now slotting nicely into that striker's role. We'll see whether Son starts there today, but whether Johnson maybe starts in the middle. Look at that. Big banner here at Emirates Stadium. London is red. Well, we're about to find out in 90 minutes if London is indeed red. How's the emotions? Asks Frenzy Rabbit. Look, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling confident. Look, it's still very early on in the Premier League season. But look, as a Spurs fan, as an Australian fan, want Ange to do well. Very excited for Spurs here today. And they're entering this game with decent form. Let's have a look at some of these lineup graphics, dude. Arsenal coming in with a very strong lineup, of course. Very, very strong. David Raya starts in goals once again for Arsenal ahead of Anna Ramsdale. That back four strong too. It's going to be tricky to break down the back four. That centre-back partnership of Saliba and Gabriel. Declan Rice has slotted in nicely at Arsenal. And, of course, got to keep an eye out for their captain, Martin Odegaard. Interesting to see that it is both Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus who start together. Jesus potentially playing out wide on the left wing. Very strong team this Arsenal side has in Ange Postecoglou. Has just made the one tweak to that Tottenham lineup. Manos Solomon dropping out for Brennan Johnson, the new signing from Nottingham Forest. Ramsdale on the bench indeed. Axel says, I hate this lineup graphic for the Prem with the goofy car design. I don't mind it. It's giving, it's almost giving, I'll tell you what it's almost giving, like FIFA Ultimate Team sort of vibes, like sort of like the card thing. I don't know if that's any sort of inspiration for it, but yeah. So, two very strong lineups. Two very strong benches too, to be fair. Richarlison, Solomon on the bench for Spurs. Look at this, man. Emirates Stadium completely full. Wonderful. Ange Postecoglou rocking the suit. Handshake with Mikel Arteta. Ewan says Udogie has been amazing for Tottenham's defence. Absolutely. Fantastic, isn't it? The way he's slotted into the Premier League, into this Tottenham lineup, fantastic. And, the way he gets forward and contributes in attack is fantastic, hey? Nama says it would be cool to see Spurs v A-League All-Stars. That would be fun. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be great fun. Ewan, I just missed a question a moment ago. What are your thoughts on EAFC 24? I've played a little bit of it so far and enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. The thing that I'm enjoying the most, actually, is like the little aesthetic changes, like the menus, the graphics and stuff that are popping up in-game, the pre-game sort of, the cutscenes and all that kind of thing. Love it. Awesome. All right. We are set for kickoff. Of course, here on YouTube, the slight delay on the stream here, so my stream here might be slightly behind your broadcast, but we are set to get underway in the Premier League, in the North London Derby, the first North London Derby of the season. Kickoff at Arsenal's home stadium, Emirates Stadium. Ange Postecoglou. So exciting for the Australian manager, the first ever Australian to manage a team in a North London derby. Thanks so much for joining me here. This is our third stream for the day. We were live earlier today for both Australia Cup semi-finals and now supporting our Aussie coach, Ange Postecoglou. Hoping that Tottenham can get a result here against Arsenal. Aussie says Jared Gillette, another Aussie. Jared Gillette reffing the Villa-Chelsea game. There you go. Very nice. Great to see Aussies everywhere, hey? And it was Jared Gillette who, from memory, was reffing that first game for Tottenham, right? The Brentford game. Tottenham-Brentford. In the opening week, which was the last time we did a Premier League watch-along as well. Havertz on the bench, says Nama. Tottenham kept a lot of possession in their opening match days, and a late one from Odegaard on Van de Ven. Mickey van der Ven as well. I mean, we're talking about the Tottenham defence, talking about Destiny Udogie. Mickey van der Ven, hasn't he been fantastic? He's been great. Just so strong and so fast too. I mean, considering how big he is, he gets around the pitch pretty quickly too. Hey. No worries, Axel. I appreciate it, man. Axel says, third hour of the stream is wild. This guy's working around the clock to provide us with entertainment all day. Respect. Appreciate you tuning in, man. It's all about creating a community here. Hey, football-loving fans in Australia. And I know this is a match that a lot of Australian football fans are watching closely. Not just for the Ange perspective, but for Tottenham in general. And Arsenal, these two massive teams. In what is one of the biggest games in the Premier League calendar. Nicely done there. Basuma winning it in midfield. For Maddison. James Maddison. What a start to his Tottenham career he's made. Brennan Johnson off the left. Shooting. Deflected away for a corner. That was nice. Nice little moment there. Basuma winning the ball. And then the way Tottenham moved the ball forward was fantastic. So it does appear to be Brennan Johnson who's playing off the left-hand side. I like it. Can cut onto his right. Son through the middle. Couple minutes in. First set piece for Spurs. Maddison to deliver. Not bad. It's going to fall to Basuma who hits. And it's tapped in and that's surely offside. Heung-min Son, the flag is up. Easy decision there. 3 streams in a day is your new record, says Darnley. I think it is, yeah. Well and truly offside that goal there. I think it is. We did 2 streams a day in the Women's World Cup, where we would do a couple games. We'd do like one of the early games in the day and then a night game. But yeah, I think this is the first time we've done 3. I'm feeling good too, surprisingly. I'm going to have a great sleep tonight, that's for sure. Going to be a good game, says Troy. Indeed it is. Indeed it shall. Good to see Brock here as well. How you doing well, Brock? Son just offside. Indeed he was offside. Bright start for Tottenham, though, to get forward. Get that corner opportunity. And having most of the ball in the opening couple minutes. Pedro Porro starting it right back again today for Tottenham Hotspur. Again, another fantastic player who I really rate highly. It's interesting, Tottenham really dominating the ball here. Arsenal sort of happy to let them have it. Knocking it around the back line. But I'm really digging this centre-back partnership as well for Tottenham. I mean, Romero, Van der Ven. Lovely combination. You've got a World Cup winner in Christian Romero, the Argentine, and then he's alongside one of the most promising young centre-backs in Europe in Mickey van der Ven. And we know about a few weeks ago, they signed Lucas Vuskovic, 16-year-old centre-back, who is highly rated as well. Here comes Arsenal. Odegaard in the box, looking for that little back heel return for Saka. Can't find him. Spurs can counter here. Brennan Johnson, look at the pace. Can't keep it in, can he? No. Yep, no. Brock asks, Spurs finishing top 6, is that unrealistic? Well, I'll tell you what, based off the start they've made to the season, there's a serious chance Spurs finish top 6. Not a lot of people probably would have predicted them to finish their, in their preseason predictions. But tell you what, the way Ange has them playing early on here, they should be finishing top 6. They really, really should be. Chelsea have made another awkward start to the season. Manchester United aren't at their best right now as well. For that top 4, you'd imagine Man City and Arsenal are going to be up there. Probably Liverpool again. But Spurs could be that fourth team to make up that top four. Where they finish in the top four, we'll see. Axel says, I reckon Spurs will finish anywhere between third and fifth. I think so too. Even Newcastle United, maybe not the best start for them as well. So I think Tottenham are totally capable of finishing above, the likes of Manchester United, Newcastle United, Chelsea. Liverpool will be an interesting one. I can't see Liverpool dropping a lot of points this season. Brock says, I would love the A-League to be to have as many games as the Prem in a season. That would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, obviously we know 38 rounds in the Premier League. Wouldn't that be great if the Premier League season was that the A-League season was that long? Sorry, that would be absolutely awesome, wouldn't it? Vicario under pressure. The Spurs keeper. Arsenal in possession. Free kick, Arsenal. It'd be awesome. I mean, hopefully, when our expansion happens, which we imagine will happen next year, the season will be expanded, and potentially further expansion after that. If we can get the A-League to 16 teams, which is a reality in the next 5-6 years. If that can happen, that's and if you do a home and away season there, against 15 other teams, that's a 30-game season, right? Home and away against every club, 30 games. I'll take that. That'd be great. And they can extend the season out a little bit, start it a little bit earlier. Start maybe in September instead of October. I know the tricky thing with the A-League is trying to avoid the other, major competitions in the NRL and the AFL as well. So it's tricky, isn't it? Here's the delivery for the free kick for Arsenal, and a doggy trying to clear. It looks like it will be a goal kick. Nama asks, did the A-League ball get revealed yet? Well, we have seen it in multiple situations. I don't think it hasn't had an official reveal yet. But we've seen it all over the place. I think the first place we saw it was in like a Wanderers kit reveal a while ago. We've seen it around. It's a cool design. It's sort of like we've got an A-League ball back there from a couple seasons ago. It's got the blue in there as well, but it's like the blue and red, and it's hard to describe, man. It looks cool. But yeah, if you give it a Google search, I'm sure it'll come up. It's definitely been spotted in some things. A little bit of a coming together between Yves Bissouma and Gabriel Jesus. Bissouma not happy with maybe some of the treatment from Jesus, and I mean he's made a great start to the season, hasn't he, Yves Bissouma? Goal at Anfield by the looks of things. Let's have a look. Is it? Oh no, very close though. Thomas Souček forcing a great save from Alisson. Liverpool playing West Ham at the moment. Hey, Ollie, good to see you here, mate. No worries. Not much has happened so far. Pretty even start. Spurs had a corner. Arsenal had a free kick. Nothing too much to report. Very tight opening to this game. Axel says, quite upsetting. We haven't heard much about the National Second Division since the actual announcement about it and how it'll work. But we still don't know if they will play at the same time as the A-League or the NPL, who was in it. We do know that. They have said that they will be playing. They won't be playing along the A-League season. They'll be starting in March. I think the last we heard about it was last month or the month before that. I think the process is going along. So I think it is happening, Axel. I remember Football Australia put something out, I think it would have been last month, saying that it is going ahead and sort of the process of picking the teams and teams applying for it, clubs applying for it is going ahead. And the expectation is that the first season will commence in March 2024, which isn't that far away, man. It's like 6 months away, right? It's won't run concurrent to the A-League season, but I guess a good thing for football fans is that means like you get football all around the year, right? You've got the A-League, and then when the A-League stops, you've got the National Second Division that's already going. So I don't mind that for that aspect, but I think eventually they will sort of link it up to the A-League, get them running at the same time, because that just makes sense, doesn't it? But I'm under the impression that the National Second Division is totally going ahead. What was your initial... Ooh, interesting question. Nama asked, what was your initial reaction when Melbourne Victory fans invaded the pitch during the derby? It was just shocking. I was just stunned. I've never seen it before in any football match, man, around the world. It was just it was surreal. That's what it was. It was surreal. I couldn't really believe it at the time. Yeah. Aussie says teams should be announced later this month, early next month. They've been following it. They've been following the original timeline fairly well. Says Aussie. Yeah, we've been hearing rumblings of some of the names linked with the applications. Some of the existing MPL teams from around the country. There you go. They just put up the win probability on the broadcast. 46% for Arsenal. Just 25% for Tottenham. 29% for a draw. I'd bump up a draw just a little bit more. I think a draw... I think for Tottenham, from a Tottenham perspective, I think I'd take a draw today as well. Ooh, heavy challenge in the middle of the park. James Maddison is down. It was Nketiah who went flying in. Referee not interested. I'll be honest, it looked like a clean challenge. It looked like a clean challenge. James Maddison's not happy though. Brock says, I found out from Victory, apparently there won't be any tarps over the seats or anything this season, which is good. This is return to normal, right? And, we know that Melbourne Victory fans have some of the best and loudest fans in the A-League competition, so it'll be great to have them back to their full strength. Here's Bukayo Saka in the box, chipping it in at the far post. Is Jesus! What a save! Oh my God, Vicario, what a save! It's still on for Arsenal. Brilliant stop from the Italian keeper. Tottenham still under pressure, finally winning the foul. Oh my gosh, dude. Crazy. What happened to Melbourne City Brazilian signing? Apparently it was done, says Nama. Yes, it is done. Leo Natel has joined the club. Not involved in the Asian Champions League or the Australia Cup fixtures just yet. Yeah, but hopefully they get him ready soon. Does Melbourne City need him, dude? I mean, Lecky, Naboot out injured. They need wingers. And now that the Australia Cup's over, all the focus for now, at least, is on the Asian Champions League. Heavy challenge here. And look, Mikel Arteta is not happy. Very animated there, the Arsenal manager. The doggy with a heavy challenge. And it's going to be the first booking of this North London derby. I think Destiny Doggy's happy just to let this one go. Doesn't need to complain here. And a little bit of, as always a little bit of fire in this one, as we know. Yeah, that's a heavy challenge from a doggy there. I don't know if he can have many complaints. Late. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. On that reverse angle, it didn't look that bad at all. Maybe contact, but maybe not as much as I thought. Anyway, it was late, that's for sure. Yellow card. Brock says Victory really need the fans back this season. Yep, especially if they want to push up the ladder. No worries, Valhoon. Good to see you here, mate. Troy also says, great to see Kaya Simon back for the women's team. Her kind of quality and experience will be much needed. Absolutely, Troy. You're bang on there with that one. Great signing for the Mariners women's team. Kaya Simon, Matilda, over 100 caps for Australia. Fantastic signing for the Central Coast Mariners women's team, who will return to the A-League women's competition. The A-League women's competition gets underway October 14, just a matter of weeks away. So excited for that, man. Can't wait to be there for the F3 derby. Bad back pass, Nketiah. What a chance for Arsenal. Well, Destiny or Doggy picking up a yellow card and then with a terrible back pass. What is he thinking? Nketiah had a tricky angle and Vicario called into action again. Oh my goodness me. It was a tricky angle, to be fair, on Nketiah. Wow. Brock said Jason Cummings scored in the ISL round 1. Yeah, it's good to see him still settling into life well over there. I think he scored in the cup, right? He scored a penalty a couple weeks ago as well. Tottenham under pressure here as Arsenal really turning it on, trying to unlock this Tottenham backline. Nicely shepherded Son. Is that a foul? Foul there on Son. I'm not sure what that's for. Axel says, what's your opinion on the A-League attendances getting lower and lower attendances every year? What do you reckon is the issue? What do you think we can do more to get the fans in the stadiums? That's a question I get asked a lot, and it's a big question, and it's a multifaceted question. I think actually, last year attendances were up? I could be mistaken. Someone correct me. I think attendances were up actually slightly last year. We did see from, Sydney FC, Wanderers, who else? Mariners. I mean, essentially Mariners crowds were fantastic last year. Across the country, Adelaide United had good crowds last year. Even Wellington Phoenix had some decent home crowds too. So I think I don't know if crowds are necessarily getting lower and lower. It's not necessarily trending downwards. I wouldn't say, but look, it's a multifaceted question. It's a huge question. I wish I had the golden answer. I don't. It's simply a matter of supporting the game, getting behind it, inviting people along. I think that's a massive thing that, we can do at sort of our level. Just invite people along. We need to be getting more people to the games. More money involved means more advertising to get more people to the games. It's a tricky thing, but look, it's a big reason why I do what I do here on the channel as Spurs coming with a chance. Sar shoots wide. Big reason why I do Coastal Football is to promote the A-Leagues because it doesn't have that much promotion. And, it's something, the A-Leagues has been part of my life, since it began when I was a kid back in 2005. And I just want to see it grow, man. I've got a dream like many others that, football can one day be the biggest sport in this country. And I think we saw with the Women's World Cup that it has the potential to do that, football. So, yeah, man. We're just going to keep growing on it. Keep working on it every day. It's going to take time. We shouldn't forget as well, the A-League is a very young league. I mean, we're, coming up against some other competitions that have been going for decades and decades. And the A-League is still very much in its infancy. And how cool is it that we get to be here in the early years? Ozzy says, Dinya almost scored a monster volley for Villa. I don't know why I keep saying Villa. I'm thinking, I've got David Villa in my mind for some reason. Why did you decide to start this YouTube channel? Pretty much for that reason, yeah. Just because, we'll come back to that. Liverpool have scored a goal here. Let's have a look at this. If you're watching on the Goal Rush on Optus Sport, you can see the highlights from the other games. Penalty for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah was brought down in the box. And I bet it was Salah to score the penalty, right? Definitely looked like a penalty for me. So Liverpool up 1-0 against West Ham, courtesy of a Mo Salah penalty. Just go back to Nama's question. Why did you start this YouTube channel? Yeah, because I wanted to talk about the A-Leagues. Wanted to converse with other people about it. And, I knew there was a community out there for it. And there wasn't really many people doing what sort of I'm doing now. And we need more of that, Like I get a lot of people asking me, telling me that like they're keen to like sort of get into, A-League content creation as well. And I'm like, do it. We need it. We need more people. We need, an army of fans, sort of making content, promoting the league. Especially in this current world of social media, which is a fantastic tool. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys being here, man. A lot of you guys have, been subscribed to the channel for a while, or even if you've just been here for, a short amount of time. The mission from day dot has been to promote Australian football, promote the A-Leagues, get people passionate about it too. And that's the thing as well, get people passionate about it, not just people like going along to a game here and there, getting people like invested in the competition, getting people invested in the clubs. That's a big thing. It's been Arsenal who've been in control of this match for the last 10 minutes or so, you got to say. Tottenham struggling to gain any sort of ascendancy. This is going to be a real... Ange will be loving this, man. There's a real test for him, hey? Got to try and figure out what to do here. Axel says, I'm hoping the recent success in the Tottenham will help boost the A-Leagues, although we do know how that panned out last year with the Socceroos. Yeah, look, hopefully it does. And we already know with the A-League women's membership numbers are skyrocketing. It's great. Troy says, also with the A-League in Australia, Australia only has 20 million people compared to other countries. With so many more people, resources, it's an unfair comparison. A-League has so much potential. It does have so much potential. Troy also says the advertising is woeful, unfortunately. Yeah, and look, there's been some poor strategy at times. There's also just like a lack of money, right? There's a lack of funding in there. So, that's what affects it as well, right? So yeah, hopefully, money is a big thing. We do hear that, that's one area that the A-League's Australian football does struggle in a little bit. Ozzy says, pardon me, I was on Logan and saw an ad for a Raw game in Redcliffe. That was the first Raw ad I'd ever seen. Spurs looking to break down the right-hand side. Kulusevski. Inside for Maddison. Taking on Odegaard. Two fantastic midfield today. And Odegaard looking to win that duel. Maddison's brought down, though. Foul. Fabio Vieira has hurt himself in the process. And Maddison just having a little word to him. This is a fiery North London derby so far. It's simmering nicely. Nama asks a great question. Which A-League player will have a breakout season? My one is Lapane. Yeah, Lapane has a great opportunity to have a good season at Melbourne City. I tell you what. There's a lot of hype around Johnny Ewell at Adelaide United. Everyone talks so highly of him. Look, from my Mariners perspective, I think Nathan Paul's made a great start for the Mariners. He's started in the Australia Cup and the AFC Cup as well. So he's made a good start to life for the Mariners as well. Corey Holman looks like he'll be getting some decent game time at Sydney FC, so keep an eye for him as well. There's a handful of players around the league, hey? Stanley asks, will you cover the Asian Cup 2024? Yes, absolutely. Excited for the Socceroos and the Asian Cup next year. So, free kick opportunity here for Tottenham. Maddison lifting it. So, Papo Matassa has just sent that to the other side of the field. Kulusevski can regather. Tottenham yet to fashion a chance on goal. There was that offside goal, of course, which doesn't count. Bet a little spell of possession here for Tottenham. What can they do? Troy says, for me, I think Rodwell will have a great season. He's last couple of games for Sydney, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, he'll be key, especially with Sydney FC losing Alex Wilkinson to retirement. Yep. They need someone like Jack Rodwell to step up and be that leader at the back. And he was great today in the semi-final, and he was great in the quarterfinal too. Scored in the quarterfinal. Arsenal driving forward. Zinchenko inside. Odegaard drives it wide for Saka. One-on-one with the doggy. Saka cuts in. Shoots. Oh, it's in. Romero on goal. He played at it. Saka celebrates. Arsenal celebrate. The Gunners are up in the North London derby. Christian Romero played at the ball, sent it into his own net. Not much Vicario could do there. Wow. Great move from Arsenal. Saka found the space, man. Oh, dude, it was so unfortunate. I mean, that easily could have gone wide too, but it just snuck in. Saka cutting inside. There's too much space for him. Look at the space that was created, and it was from that Ben White run. You could see Ben White on the overlap just going past him on his right shoulder. And that drew Destiny Udogie away from Saka. I tell you what, if it doesn't take a deflection, Vicari's probably getting to that to save that. Deflection takes it in. Arsenal take a first half lead. Troy says, I'm happy, but knowing Ange, this is just motivation. That's right. That's right. Ange Postecoglou in a losing position here. But you're right. This is an opportunity to work his magic. And again, Fabio Vieira is down here. Not for the first time today. Hurt. Boys here as well. Good to see you here. It says Arsenal is such a good team. Fantastic team. So many solid players in that squad, man. Really, really good squad. Really talented as well. Update from another game taking place tonight. Bournemouth have just taken the lead against Brighton. Bournemouth 1-0 over Brighton. Philip Billing putting it in after a mistake at the back. That's a crucial mistake there. Under pressure, the keeper. And excuse me, it's Dominic Solanke, in fact, who scored. Not Phil Billing. Solanke scores. So we've already had a couple of goals today across a number of games. Liverpool lead West Ham 1-0. Bournemouth taking a lead in that South Coast derby over Brighton, and Arsenal lead in the North London derby here, courtesy of an own goal from Christian Romero. Appreciate you guys being here, supporting the channel. Make sure you hit the like button to support the channel. You can also consider setting in a super chat, which helps me out a great lot. Helps me continue to make content here on the channel, and even just watching here, even just hanging out, jumping in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. It's, what's the time here? It's almost 11:30 p.m. here on the east coast of Australia. Many Aussie fans up late to watch the Premier League football. Are you a Spurs fan? I am indeed. We've got the away shirt from a couple seasons ago on. Yes, I am a Spurs fan. Been a follower of Tottenham for a number of years now. Since I think I was like 12, when I was like, that's my team. Arsenal, well, Fabio Vieira is back onto the pitch, and he looks fine. Look at him, he's running fine. He came on in an advantageous position as well. He was able to assist in that counter-attack. Half an hour in, Arsenal in a position where they can control the game. Slow it down a little bit if they need. Bukayo Saka, who played a big hand in that goal for Arsenal. Fabio Vieira in space on the left, crossing it in. Well, Mickey van der Ven was close to putting it into his own net for Tottenham. Was able to send that one wide. Nicely done. Van der Ven had to intervene there because Jesus was ghosting into that far post, man. So, another set piece here for Arsenal, and a chance for a second goal, which would be huge in this derby match. Saka's delivery is good, but the defensive header is even better. Sarr with the header. Axel says, were there any specific game or moment that made you decide that Spurs were the team for you, or did you just kind of choose a team? A couple different things, actually. A player who really inspired me when I used to play football was Luka Modric, and I started watching him. When he was at Tottenham many years ago now. Loved him. What a player, and still is a fantastic player as well for Real Madrid and Croatia. Love Luka Modric. He was my favorite player growing up, and that was a big factor as well. It was also, picking your team as well. You know, obviously growing up, you know about all the big names in the Premier League. You know, at least here in Australia, you know about Manchester United and Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, all those kind of names. But Tottenham was another name up there that, you know, was finishing up and around there, but not necessarily one of the big names. And I thought that felt quite right to me, especially being a Central Coast Mariners fan, growing up as a Mariners fan. You know, I'm used to my team not necessarily being the biggest and best team. Oh, terrible mistake at the back. Oh, my gosh. James Maddison caught on the ball. Gabriel Jesus almost putting it away. I'm not sure what Maddison was doing there. Oh, the pressure was immense. Jesus surely had to hit the target there. Ange is going to come back. Oh, we hope so. We hope so. And just to further on your question there, what game was it? I do recall the game where Gareth Bale scored a hat-trick in the Champions League against Inter Milan, which was, 2011, I think? 2011? Yeah. So I was a little bit older than 12 then, wasn't it? Yeah. I was in my teen years then. But yeah, we love Luka Modric. Eh? Ozzy says Modric is very unexpected but respectable. Yeah, he's just a class player. And he's played at such a good level for such a long time now. Hey, like, how old is Luka Modric now? 38 or something? Fantastic, right? Rice, Ford for Saka. Arsenal happy to go back. Knock the ball around if they need to. Axel says, wasn't expecting Modric, but yeah, what a player he is. I don't think... I was watching football when he was at Spurs, but I've seen a couple of highlights and he was a baller. Yeah, I remember him scoring a banger against Liverpool. Scored a belter against Bolton back in the day as well. Yeah, and that's sort of when I got into watching, I guess, the Premier League and following, well, at least just following European football a little bit more. I wasn't necessarily watching it back then. I didn't grow up with Fox Sports back in the day. But yeah. I had Fox Sports at my nan's house. That's how I got my football fix. That's how I watched A-League in the early days. When I was a kid, I used to go over to my nan's house. Watch the Mariners. Good times. That's a fun story, actually. That's a good story. I grew up watching A-League at my nan's house on Fox Sports. Chelsea, Aston Villa, the other game being played at the moment. 0-0 in that game. Chelsea at home need a win. Chelsea dropped points again last week away to Bournemouth. V for God, how's it going, man? How do you think the Roar will go in the grand final? The Australia Cup final? Well, I'll tell you what, they've totally got a chance to win it. They've got a tough test coming up against Sydney FC. It should be a close game, but I'll tell you what, the Sky Blues are in really, really good form of late. So, look, I think it'll be a tough one. Sydney FC might be heading into that game as favourites, but Brisbane, really good form of late. Nice touch by Madison Sarr. Under pressure. Arsenal throw in. The Gunners, man. They're looking good, aren't they? Do you normally watch every Spurs match? I tried to, yeah. I watch most, yeah. Yeah, I've watched every game so far this season. Did the draw happen? No draw yet. So what we have heard is that for the Australia Cup, the details will just be released on what is it, Tuesday. Tuesday, and look, we'll see what happens in terms of who hosts it. But someone mentioned, I can't remember who it was. Someone mentioned in the chat that on the Football Australia website, it says that they will be selecting the host, which, you know, we hope it's Brisbane. It'd be fun for it to be Brisbane, you know, somewhere different than Sydney. That's coming from someone that lives in New South Wales. Bournemouth beating Brighton. That's right, Valhoon. An error at the back for Brighton, gifted the Bournemouth the lead. Tarnley asks, what was your favourite A-League season? Mine was 2014. Favourite A-League season? A couple of years ago was very fun, actually. The season before last. Last year was fun too, though. Which season was good, man? I mean, I could easily say 2013, which is when my Mariners won. Good save, Vicario, long-range shot from Odegaard. 2013, the 12-13 season was fun. That's probably just because my team did well, though. Yeah, there were some good seasons through those teen years, man. 15, 16. I think that was the year. That was the Adelaide. Yeah, that was the Adelaide Wanderers Grand Final. Had some great games, especially in that final series. Valentine says, "I'll say it because of the AFL Grand Final in Melbourne and NRL in Sydney." That's true. Is it the weekend? Is the Grand Final AFL and NRL Grand Finals this coming weekend, or is it the week after? Kulusevski, nice move by Spurs. Son inside. Brennan Johnson, what a save! Johnson with a huge opportunity. Best chance of the game for Tottenham. And Johnson misses. It was a great save. Fantastic save from David Raya, man. Raya, what a save, says Axel. Absolutely, hey. Absolutely. Oh, it's different weekends? Let me have a look. NRL Grand Final, Sunday, October 1, which is next weekend. I think they potentially put the Australia Cup... so both Grand Finals are this coming weekend, yes. So AFL on Saturday and NRL on Sunday. Should be some good finals there too, hey. Brisbane clubs. The Brisbane clubs having fun too, hey. What a chance a moment ago for Johnson. What a save. That's an incredible save from Raya, because he had to sprint across. Look at that dive. Oh, what a save. That's remarkable. Ball over the top for Johnson. He'll keep it in. Sa. Bissouma. Romero. In to the feet of Son. Spurs building. That pass was an on there for Son and Kulusevski. Arsenal back in possession. Oh boy. Troy says the season when Victory had Honda and Toivonen was good. They played very entertaining football back then. They were good back then, weren't they, Victory? Here's Johnson delivering straight into the hands of David Raya. Incredible save. They keep showing that replay of that David Raya save. It was remarkable. Oh, this reverse angle will be good. The way he gets over to save that. Remarkable. Aaron Ramsdale applauding that one from the bench. Some action at Stamford Bridge. Aston Villa coming close to the first goal there. Great save. What a save that was. Robert Sanchez for Chelsea, keeping them in the game against Aston Villa. A lot of pressure on former Tottenham head coach Mauricio Pochettino, who's currently at Chelsea. Only winning one Premier League game so far. That came against Luton Town. When will they release the new A-League photos of the new season? I assume you mean like the player photos? A-League photos. I assume you mean the player photos. Hey, hopefully soon. I mean, we're only a few weeks away, so hey, any week now we'll get some more content. Hey? Can Ange win Spurs a trophy? Ultimate Savage Cabbage, which is a great name. Yes, I think so. Will it happen this year? I don't know. I don't think so. But look, there's totally an opportunity that maybe Spurs could, see themselves picking up, potentially maybe an FA Cup or something like that. They unfortunately are already out of the League Cup. Oh, close delivery. Great chance for Johnson. Straight into the chest of Raya. Well, Brennan Johnson once again denied by David Raya. Dude, this is crazy. Madison in behind. Johnson, it's in. No, it's Son. Tottenham equalise. Heung-min Son, the captain, puts it in. Let's go. Where's the badge? There's the badge. Love it. Brilliant move. James Madison on the left, cutting it back. And that finish had to be perfect. That finish had to be perfect. That's right. What a goal. Heung-min Son. The celebration. It was a dangerous move from Tottenham. Brennan Johnson had a chance initially, which was parried away. And then Arsenal just failed to clear it. It fell to James Madison, who was able to break through pretty easily. And dude, what a finish. I mean, to score from there, dude. With all the defenders around him. No way, says Troy. Who needs Harry Kane, says Valhoon. Oh, that's a clean finish to that far post. Heung-min Son. He had to get it through both Saliba and Gabriel and into that far corner. What a finish. Ange loves it. Look at Ange. Well, that's huge. That is really, really huge for Tottenham because it levels the playing field now heading into half-time. That is huge. Well, I'll tell you what, after Arsenal scored first and they were looking real good, I was like, oh man, I'm a little worried. This could be an interesting one. But that was a fantastic finish from Heung-min Son, who's starting the season very well. A hat-trick against Burnley a few weeks ago. Crucial goal here in the North London derby to level things against Arsenal. Tottenham winning the league, says Savage Cabbage. That's right. That's right. Axel says, as a keeper, not much you can do about that. I feel like he guarded the front post too much, but still nothing you can really do. Yeah. I mean, when a striker hits that first time and gets that into the far corner, like, it's the perfect finish. It's the perfect finish. There's not many keepers that really stop that. When it's that accurate, yeah, you just have to sort of, stand up and applaud it. How did he do that with 3 players on him? Exactly, Troy, right? Like, Son was under pressure. He was under pressure. And had to get it, and like the fact that one of those defenders didn't block it, like that's what I was surprised about too. Like no one managed to get in front of that shot. Van de Ven driving forward. Johnson. Spurs setting up for an attack here. You can see some players forward. Pedro Porro's moved forward. Destiny Udogie, which is something that we see a lot from the Tottenham fullbacks. You can see them in these attacking midfield positions. The rotation from the Tottenham midfielders and defenders is something quite to behold. Aussie Stadium says Chelsea look ridiculous without a sponsor. Yeah, the front of shirt sponsor. It does look kind of bad, doesn't it? We're so used to seeing it, hey. West Ham scored against Liverpool. 4 minutes of injury time here, by the way. 4 minutes. We have seen higher numbers of injury time awarded. Destiny Udogie has gone down under a challenge. It's play on. Sarr. That's going to be a foul. And will probably be a card here, you'd imagine. And look at Romero just getting... Oh, and... Well, so unnecessary. So unnecessary there. Really silly from Yves Bissouma. He's complaining, and not only has Sarr picked up a yellow card, but Bissouma's just picked up a yellow for his complaints. Really silly from Sarr. Didn't need to do that. Really just coat-hanged Gabriel Jesus there. And he's Bissouma picking up a booking as well, just unnecessary. And it looks really risky now for Tottenham, who have a few players on yellows. Udogie, Sarr, Bissouma. West Ham. Here's a look at their goal on the goal rush. What a finish, too, with the header. Jared Bowen, who scored a delightful goal, you might remember, in Australia, in Perth. That's a great finish. Nama asks an interesting question. When you were the admin for Central Coast Mariners, did you get to travel with them during away days? Not the Mariners staff and stuff like that only travel on like the New South Wales games. So the trips where you travel by plane, we just do it remotely. I remember doing the running the social media for the Sydney Cup, the Australia Cup game away to Sydney FC in the round of 32 last year, and I had COVID at the time. Actually, I was doing it from home, so I unfortunately didn't get to travel for that one, which was a shame. Brighton and Hove Albion also equalising just before as well. 1-1 in that one. Interesting. Aussie just said Gillette blew for halftime 2 minutes and 10 seconds into added time when there was 3 minutes, minimum of 3 minutes. Interesting. Maybe Jared having a little bit of a slip there. There you go. Troy says, I was at the Perth West Ham game. Great goal from when Bowen scored. There you go. Arsenal with a throw-in. Strong from Saar. Again, they're showing a replay of this incident where Basuma got the yellow card as well. And, I mean, look at Basuma, the way he's running at the referee. Just silly. Declan Rice, his shot goes wide. So, yeah. Excuse me. Ange Postecoglou. Level in the first half in this derby. 1-1. Which I think he'll take, Ange Postecoglou. It's a position where he can work from. And that will be the break. Entertaining half of football. Both teams finding the back of the net and own goal from Christian Romero, gifting Arsenal the lead. Min Song with a beautiful finish later on in that half. Leveling it up for Tottenham Hotspur. Ange Postecoglou, I think we'll be intrigued with that performance in that first half from his side. Some work to do for Tottenham. Arsenal, from my perspective, were probably just on top for the majority of that half. But fascinating game. This could really go either way. Second half will be a fascinating time. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this one? What are the scores looking like from across the other games? We've had a few goals, and I think we've had goals in all the games except for the Chelsea-Arsenal game, right? Good to see a few. Not often that we get 4 games all at once on a Sunday night like this. 0-0 between Chelsea and Arsenal. It's 1-1 between Liverpool and West Ham and 1-1 between Brighton and Bournemouth. So all level, all square, all around in the Premier League. I've also got a match later on today. It's Sheffield United v Newcastle United. That's the later kickoff as well. Did you cry when Central Coast Mariners won the grand final against Melbourne City? Great question, Nama. Well, of course, we've got the chance. Oh, actually, can I show you? Can I do a bit of show and tell, a halftime show and tell, if you don't mind? This right here is the special edition champions jersey from that grand final. You see here, if I show this up nice and close, check this out. You got the little text on the front there. It's talking about the Combank Stadium, 6-1, 3rd of June. Will live a long time in the memory. Did I cry? I definitely shed a tear. I definitely teared up, and I think many Mariners fans did that day too. Definitely. Axel, sorry, I missed your question before. Asks, what was it like doing media stuff for St. Joe's Mariners? As I would like to get into working for Melbourne Victory or the A-League, doing something for the media, whether it's photography or something similar to what you did. It was great fun, dude. It was really, really cool. It was a great experience for me, especially for like working for my boyhood club. It was awesome. Let me hang this back up. It was really, really good fun, and it was you learn so much, even though I wasn't necessarily in the role for all that long. You learn so much, even working in an environment like that, and even just like getting to like interact with the players and stuff, and interact with the other staff there that are working hard. It's cool as well. You get to see that we like talk about like the league and the clubs and stuff from the outside, but like working in that environment, there's people at these clubs that are working every single day to like make things happen, to get games going ahead, to make transfers happen. It was really cool, and it gave me a good insight in terms of how things operate, like how moves are made, how communication's done, and everything in the clubs. It was awesome, really, really good experience. So yeah, very thankful for it. All right. Huge second half coming up in this North London derby. Troy says, I did, but mainly tears of happiness, of course. Amazing night to see Mariners supporting all day from the coast to Para and the sea of navy blue and yellow. That's right, yeah. Like that day was crazy, man. And like I remember going down to Parramatta earlier on, like getting dinner and stuff in like the main streets where like all the restaurants are, and it was just like Mariners fans everywhere, and it was awesome. It was so cool, dude. It was so cool, and it reminded me like how many Mariners fans there actually are. Like I know for the attendances in the games aren't always the biggest, but in total, like the numbers, like there's tens of thousands of Mariners fans, really. Yeah. Do you drink coffee? Interesting question. No, I don't. I drink tea. I drink a lot of tea. We got this one's done, but I drink a lot of tea. I don't drink coffee. I'm just not a coffee fan. I'm not a coffee fan. Have you seen the sporting directors talking to agents when you're working? I didn't see that. No. Not that I can recall. I tried drinking coffee a few years ago. Like, I don't mind a coffee every now and then, but I just prefer tea, Actually, I might boil the kettle now. Give me a sec. I'll be back in a sec. How are you holding up after 3 streams today? Asks Oz Hub Football. I'm actually feeling fine, amazingly enough. This is Tan Lee reminded me earlier in the chat, this is a record. We haven't done 3 streams in one day before. We've done 2 in a day. That was back in the Women's World Cup, where we do a couple of games a day. But I'm feeling good, and I tell you what, I mean, I wanted to do live watch-alongs for all these games too. I mean, 2 big Australia Cup finals, semi-finals, and then the North London derby. Can't miss this, man. Of course. That's right, Axel. Coastal Football Midnight Tea Experience. Does anyone else drink tea? Let me know. Tea or coffee? Let me know. Poll in the chat. Can I do that? Can't do it from my phone. I've got my phone here. Tea or coffee? Let me know. That's the poll. That's the halftime poll. No, I don't bet. No. Troy says, 100%. Also, I heard that this season memberships have been in huge demand this season for the Mariners, which is fantastic. I think it was on Twitter I saw it. I'm just waiting for the AFC Cup pass. Yes. Are you staying up for the Sheffield Newcastle game? No, we'll not be staying up for that one. Just this one. Axel says, yeah, I drink way too much tea. Yeah, we love tea, man. It's just great. It's good for you, dude. It's good for you. Antioxidants. It's good for you. Favorite tea? All right, for the tea drinkers, what's your favorite tea? Go. Welcome to halftime midnight tea experience. We are coming up to midnight, aren't we? Oh my God, is it? It's like 2 minutes till midnight. There you go. What does the Premier League ladder look like right now? So as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, Tottenham will end this match day in second place. That is if Liverpool and Brighton don't win. Brighton could jump into second with a win today. Wow. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Brighton could jump to 15 points and be in second place with a win today. Wouldn't that be huge? English breakfast tea is so good. Savage Cabbage says, I hate tea and coffee. There you go. Axel says, I drink plain milk every night. Fair enough. Nama says, coffee when I wake up and tea during the day. Fair enough. Fair enough. Favorite milk flavor? I mean, chocolate milk, right? It's got to be chalky milk. Ozzy says, I drink hot Milo instead of tea and coffee. Can't go wrong with a hot Milo. All right, I'm going to go get another cup of tea. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Second half between Arsenal and Tottenham is coming right up here. Come on, Sport Football. Second half in the North London derby between Arsenal and Spurs just around the corner. Arsenal taking the lead courtesy of an own goal by Christian Romero. Heung-min Song levelling it later on in the half. Enjoyed a great meal today. My partner's mother cooks a killer paella. Loved it, man. So good. You guys like paella? Anyone had paella? Love paella, man. It's my favorite meal, dude. Love it right now. Beautiful lunch. Beautiful. Exquisite. That's the word for it. Exquisite. It's a great word. Quite a fascinating viewing when looking at the Premier League table. Burnley, Luton Town, Sheffield United all at the bottom, just with 1 point so far. Do you put sugar in your tea and milk? No, I don't, actually. I don't, no. Never really been into that. Keep it simple. Tea bag, hot water. See you later. See you later. That's right? Like, Milo being advertised as healthy. Yeah, it's literally just chocolate powder, isn't it? Yeah. The Spanish food, yes. Paella, the Spanish dish. Love it, dude. It's so good. Like, as soon as I find out it's being cooked, bro, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm there. And it's the kind of thing where I can have, like, days and days, day after day. Love some good paella, man. Who do Tottenham have coming up? Let's have a look at the fixtures coming up. So it's Tottenham, after this North London derby this week, have some big games over the coming weeks. Next up is Liverpool. Liverpool at home. That'll be a tough one. Luton Town away and Fulham at home. Crystal Palace away, Chelsea at home. So, look, some winnable games here and there, but just even in that run, there's some tricky fixtures. Big game, Tottenham take on Manchester City, December 3. That'll be a huge test. Where's your dog? Well, at my partner's house. The dog that you've seen appear is actually my partner's dog. The small dog Chanel. I assume that's the one you're talking about. The Chihuahua. I think we've had a few dogs pop up at stream, probably. We've got a few dogs in my across my family that make appearances. Liverpool next week will be interesting for Spurs, that's for sure. Especially, I mean, the result here today, will certainly impact that. As it stands, it's it's going to end a draw between Liverpool and West Ham. Which would be a great result for West Ham if they can hold them to a draw. Oh, doesn't the WSL get underway next week? I'm just seeing on Optus Sport here an ad for the Women's Super League. It does start next week, October 1. That's exciting. Women's Super League. Plenty of Matilda stars in action next week in England in the Women's Super League, which you can watch on Optus Sport as well. Yes, I live by myself. Connor, how's it going, man? Do you support Spurs or do you just like that kit? If no, who do you support? If any English club? Yes, Connor, I am a Spurs fan. Yes, I've been a Spurs fan for many years now. So when Ange was appointed as head coach, I was thrilled. It was awesome. So yes, I am indeed a Tottenham supporter. They're showing us another replay. That Jared Bowen header though, dude, what a finish! What a player he is, man. So underrated. Star player. Fantastic. Second half, not too far away. Tottenham, Arsenal. Nicely balanced here. I think Arsenal are probably disappointed that they're not ahead in this match so far. Tottenham equalising it late on in the end. What are our predictions from here? That's what I want to know from you guys, actually. Where do you feel like this game's going to go from here? Let me know. Aussie says, how many years are we giving Todd Boehly till he turns Stamford Bridge into a 100k NFL style stadium? Oh, imagine that. Oh boy. Connor says, I am too. I became one at the start of the UCL final season. Bissouma reminds me of Dembele. Yeah, and I see the similarity there, Connor. Yes, two very strong midfield players there. Absolutely. Axel's prediction is 2-1 to Arsenal. Says, come on, you Gunners. Neymar's back in for a 2-2. I think 2-2 is seriously achievable. Yeah. Axel says Havertz on could put us in trouble. Second half about to get underway. Dude, I'm still feeling hungry. I'm still thinking about that paella that my partner's mother cooked the other day. Dude, so good. Had it for lunch today. So good. Anyway. Enough about food. The football is on. Tottenham Arsenal. Who will win this North London derby? We are set to find out. Football. Nothing but football all day, every day. Gabby Jesus went down pretty easily, softly there. Well done, Saar, with his strength. A little bit of concern for Spurs. They got a couple of players on bookings. Saar, Bissouma, Udogie. All on yellow cards, which is a little bit concerning. Appreciate you guys tuning in here, being here for this one. I know it's late here in Australia as we are past midnight. If you want to support the channel, you can hit like, or you can consider setting through a super chat, which greatly supports the channel. Over the top, this ball for Kulusevski. Foul. Here's a look at Brighton v Bournemouth. Is there a goal here, perhaps, on the goal rush highlights? From the resumption in the second half, Matoma. Great play. Brighton, wow, what a goal. Matoma has put Brighton into the lead. That's a fantastic move from the Japanese winger who did it against the Socceroos back in March last year. And he's done it here in the Premier League for Brighton. That's a great goal by Brighton. And I'll tell you what, as it stands, the live ladder, if I'm not mistaken, would have Brighton sitting in second place. Epic. Are you planning on to travel to away games this season? Yes, definitely, Nama, for sure. Definitely going to get to the New South Wales away games, as I always do. Not as many this year for Mariners. Usually we might have like at least 2 trips to, either Wanderers or Sydney or Macarthur. Just 1 to all those sides, I believe, this year. I think Mariners have 2 trips to Newcastle this year, though. And look, hoping to do some interstate ones, perhaps to Brisbane and Melbourne. So yeah, should be fun. And definitely keen to do some content for those as well. Some vlogs, which would be cool for those away trips. Gabby Jesus, who's playing on the left-hand side. By the way, Havertz is on the pitch. Kai Havertz on the pitch. Couple of changes here, actually, by the looks of things. So, Jorginho's on. Is that Jorginho? It is. I missed that. Anyway, here comes Johnson forward. A little bit heavy on the touch. So, Jorginho is on for Rice. Havertz on for Fabio Vieira. So, a couple of midfield changes for Tottenham. Sorry, for Arsenal. Ozhab says, I wouldn't want to face Mitsoma and Kubo on the wings in the Asian Cup. Deadly team Japan have nowadays. Absolutely, eh? I mean, what a team. And we know they defeated Germany, right? Recently in a friendly too, hey. Fantastic. Aussie says, 3 streams today. Now Lockie pays to go to away games. Come to Suncorp. Hey, would love to get to Suncorp, man. Never been. I know Mariners play up there in December. So, hoping to get up there. Haven't booked anything in yet, but yeah, would love to get up there. Troy says, I'm smashing my FPL this week. Nearly half of my team, half of my team have scored goals. There you go. 4th corner of the game here for Arsenal. Just a 1 corner so far for Spurs. Can the Gunners find a second here? Take an early lead in this second half. Delivery is delightful. Havertz flicking it on. There's Ben White. Oh, that's got to be a hand. That's got to be a handball. Oh, the shot's coming in. Well, dude, that was the clearest handball I've ever seen. The referee hasn't seen it. Well, VAR is going to have a look. I mean, that had to be... Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, dude, it's the clearest handball you will ever see. Is it close to him? Yes, of course. But that's a handball. Every day of the week. Arsenal are going to have a penalty here. 100%. Christian Romero. Not the first time that he's been shrouded in penalty controversy. I mean, that's a penalty for certain. Axel says 100% handball. Dude. Damn, man. Damn it. No, I can't have any complaints there, dude. That's a clear handball. Not sure why they're still looking at it. It's as clear as it gets. Look, it's a close vicinity. Like it's a couple meters away from him. Oh, are they looking at a foul in the build-up? Well, this is the one and only thing that could save Tottenham here. Gabriel flattens Maddison. I don't know if that's a foul. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if that's a foul. Maddison standing his ground. That's going to save Tottenham here, potentially, this foul. And this is going to create some real spice in this North London derby. Arsenal want a penalty. Referee getting the word. What is it going to be? So the referee's going to be called over to the monitor here. This is really interesting here. This is really interesting. So I think they're calling the referee over to decide whether there has been a foul in the lead up there to a penalty. Crazy. I mean, it's a handball for sure. So they're showing the ref the handball. I don't think there's any question of that. They're like, okay, yeah, that's definitely handball. Cool. But I wonder if they're going to show the foul prior to that. They're still looking at it. The referee's still looking at it. I'm not sure. Okay, they're not showing the foul. The foul isn't an incident. It's a penalty. Correct decision in my eyes. Not an ideal start to the second half. It's going to be a penalty chance here. Poor Ramirez, says Troy. Is nowhere in a natural position, so Axel, absolutely. No time. I don't watch anime. Would you coming to Suncorp for a potential Australia Cup final interest? Yeah, yes, definitely would consider getting up to that one. If I don't, we'll be doing a live watch along, but that'd be fun. So, penalty chance here. Christian Romero, adjudged to have handled the ball in the box. Arsenal, a chance to regain the lead. Bukayo Saka stepping up against Vicario. What a moment this is for the Spurs keeper. Saka involved in the first goal. One-on-one with Vicario from the spot. Puts it home. Down the middle. Bukayo Saka, solid and confident from the penalty spot. Arsenal fans love it. 2-1 in the derby. 2-1. Huge moment in this game. Can't have many complaints there. Christian Romero clearly handling the ball. Ange Postecoglou, as always, not showing any emotion on the sideline. Spurs have come from behind once already this game. Can they do it again? Great penalty, Saka. I mean, he went straight down the middle, which is always a risk. But knew Vicario was going to dive there. No question of a handball there. I don't know why they had to look at those VAR replays for so long, right? It's quite clearly a penalty there. Romero clearly handling the ball. Madison winning the ball high up here. Serious chance for Spurs to hit back immediately. Son's in. Son 2-2. Let's go. Heung-min Son with the instant reply. What a moment. Huge for Tottenham. The instant response. Oh my goodness. Can Tottenham come back again? The answer is yes in a matter of seconds. Wow, indeed. Heung-min Son, what a hero. 2 goals. There it is. What a player, man. What a player. The celebrations with the travelling Tottenham fans. I say travelling, but they haven't travelled that far. What a match we have here. We are 10 minutes into the second half, and we already have a couple more goals. What a disaster at the back. Caught on the ball. Was it Jorginho? It was. Jorginho caught on the ball. And Madison very calm to slide it into the path of Son. And I tell you what, Son needed to get that finish right, and he did. That was perfect from Heung-min Son. Wow. That's right, Valhoon. Ange ball baby indeed. Literally took 5 seconds. Huge, man. Here's Ange's reaction. The one fist in the air. Fist bump. That's all it is. I love the subdued celebrations from Ange. Oh, heavy challenge on Son. He's wiped out by Havertz. It's going to be a yellow card for Kai Havertz, who has completely axed Heung-min Son there. Namas says, bro, Ange doesn't even care. He was so nonchalant, wasn't he? He was just like, yep, boom. Let's have a look at this tackle from Havertz. Oh, Havertz slipped. Havertz slipped. I did not see that. That was a slip. Maybe a little bit accidental there from Kai Havertz, but yellow card, a fair decision. So this match is set up so nicely right now, man. It's 2-2. We're just 10 minutes into the half. So, really, really important for Tottenham to respond so quickly like that. Kulusevski trying to get in behind. Foul. Meanwhile, I think one of you guys mentioned it in the chat, right? Yeah, Savage Cabbage did. There's a red card in the Chelsea game. Not good for them. And, oh, geez, that's a terrible challenge from Gusto. Chelsea right back, giving his red card by Jared Gillette, the Aussie. Referee sending off the Chelsea defender. I don't think you can have many complaints there. The high studs. Live score. So Brighton currently lead 2-1 over Bournemouth. It's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa, but Chelsea are down to 10 men. Liverpool 1, West Ham 1. So as it stands, I do believe that Brighton will still jump into second place, but a win for either of these sides here in this game, Arsenal or Tottenham, will lift them into second place. This is, I know it's still so early on in the season, but this could be a huge game in the context of the season, dude. Tanley says, imagine Anfield Socceroos. Wouldn't that be great? Maybe you could come back in a few years' time. Who knows? Look, hopefully for him and for Spurs, he's at Tottenham for a while. Hey. Aussie says, has Mudryk done anything for Chelsea? I think Alisson has more Prem goals and assists. Yeah, he's still settling in, isn't he? Troy says Mudryk is still very young. Some good tea. Good tea. Ange Postecoglou just chilling on the sidelines, man. Just chilling, just keeping it cool, like he always does. That's the Ange Postecoglou way. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2. An hour of football has been played at Emirates Stadium. Thrilling half an hour coming up, man. This could go any way. Axel says, will we be seeing a Coastwatch setup tour anytime soon? We'd love to see the power, what powers he streams. Of course we'd love to show that. It's nothing fancy, to be honest. I've got a MacBook Pro. So in terms of what actually powers it, it's just my old MacBook Pro, which I think is a 2017? A bit old now. 2017 MacBook Pro, which is still going strong. I don't know if you can hear it whirring in the background when I am streaming it. The fan is working pretty hard. I've got a couple monitors here. I've got an Xbox. I watch the way I watch the games is off an Xbox on a separate external monitor. And then I've got like my laptop screen and a monitor screen and my phone as well. So it's a multi-screen setup here, that's for sure. So it looks like Tottenham are preparing a change here. Brennan Johnson's down. Manol Solomon preparing to come on. Uncle Ange. We love Uncle Ange. Bit of concern there for Brennan Johnson. Doesn't seem to be too clear what the injury is. Potentially some sort of hamstring situation. Uncle Ange. Ange Postecoglou. He gets so close to the microphone, doesn't he? Mate, I'm Ange Postecoglou. Mate, they call me Ange Postecoglou. I'm an Aussie, mate. Yeah, mate. I love how much he says mate in press conferences. Ah, mate. He just calls every journalist mate. Oh, mate. Mate. Yeah, mate. I'm Ange Postecoglou, mate. There were some great scenes there. Showing some of those scenes when Son was celebrating with the Tottenham fans. That was awesome. That's right, Axel. This game could go either way, which is making it a bit nervy, not going to lie. Indeed. Meanwhile, here's some action from Liverpool. West Ham. Darwin Núñez has put Liverpool in the lead. 2-1 at Anfield. Lovely ball over the top from McAllister. Darwin Núñez in between the two central defenders. What a finish. What a ball and what a finish. I mean, that's a fantastic goal. Brilliant. Brilliant goal. So Liverpool now challenging for that second spot on the ladder. Meanwhile, Kulusevski's down on the floor. Manor Solomon has entered the pitch, so he's on for Johnson. Johnson came close to his first Spurs goal in that first half. Here comes Maddison. Inside for Son. Maddison. Always going to be a tricky shot to control that one on the fly. He is doing amazing indeed. So good to see, you know. When Ange came in, so many doubters, man. So many people saying, who is this guy? Who's this guy? Why are Tottenham appointing this Australian manager? And look what he's done, man. Not only the football that Tottenham are playing on the field, but off the field as well. You know, people are getting behind Ange Postecoglou. They love what he's about, what he represents. That looks like a handball. And it is on Jesus. So, changes have been made for both teams. Arsenal with a couple halftime subs. Solomon on for Johnson for Tottenham. I like Manor Solomon. He's looked good for Tottenham so far. Dude, that looked like it should have been an Arsenal throw. Mikel Arteta is not happy with that decision. And I don't blame him. That did look like from the referee's perspective, he wouldn't have seen it, but that was definitely an Arsenal throw. Gabriel. No Jurriën Timber, obviously, for Arsenal. Ruled out with injury for an extended period of time, which was a big blow. He started the first game of the season, Timber, and then ruled out from there, which was a massive blow for them in their defensive ranks. They need a D squad as well, don't they, Arsenal? They're juggling Champions League, Premier League, the other domestic cups as well. Thank you for that, Aussie. There you go. This is a random fact, but Son's 150th goal for Spurs. There you go. Interesting. Valentine says, on my bucket list is to go to England, visit the Old Trafford, and go to other games. Spent a month going around Europe watching football. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be great, wouldn't it, Valhoon? That'd be a lot of fun. So, free kick opportunity for Tottenham. In a good position too. James Maddison over this one. Maddison whipping it in. Headed away by Havertz. Solomon regathers. Manuel Solomon cuts in. That's a good delivery, but it's straight to the hands of David Raya. Axel says the ref's positioning has been infuriating to watch. Every time I look to see where the ref is, I'm just annoyed at how bad his positioning is. So many mistakes. It's crazy. Ooh, late challenge. And Nketiah's going to be booked here for a late challenge on Vicario. Wow. Went flying in there, Eddie Nketiah, and absolutely collected Vicario. Oh, jeez. That's so dangerous, dude. That's a terrible challenge. Oh my god, dude, that's a potential leg breaker. Eddie Nketiah, that is such a dangerous tackle. Dude, it's been the day for dangerous tackles. We saw one in Franic in the Australia Cup semi-final for Melbourne Knights with the heavy challenge on Tom Aldred from Brisbane Roar. I mean, that was a crazy tackle. Kulusevski. Hasn't quite had much of an impact on this game. Kulusevski not having the best time. Tottenham, you'd imagine Tottenham would be more happy, right, with a draw here, surely, right? With Arsenal being the home team. James Maddison's down and hurt. That's not good. Play goes on. Kulusevski on the right. Cutting in. Oh, beautiful ball for Son. Oh. Asking for the corner. Won't get it. Meanwhile, this is a concerning sight for Tottenham. James Maddison is holding that knee. This is a real worry for Spurs. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, just buckled. Oh, was that when you buckle a little bit? That left knee, was it? Oh, no, it was. I don't even know what knee it was, dude. Both looked like they were a little bit buckled a little bit there. Oh, gosh, this is concerning here. Do not want to lose James Maddison, man. Do not want to lose James Maddison. Even on a short-term injury. Ange Postecoglou having a look at this. And even though he's not showing much emotion, I'm sure we'll be a little bit concerned on the inside. A star player down injured. Concerning here for Maddison. A player that Spurs can't really afford to lose, not only in this game, but for the whole season. Not suggesting it is a long-term injury, but it is worrying. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is being readied off the bench. Very different player to James Maddison. Meanwhile, let's have a look at some of the action here from the Chelsea-Villa game. Aston Villa, great opportunity for them. And it's a goal as well. Ollie Watkins, what a finish. Villa take the lead at Stamford Bridge. Oh my goodness. There you go. Thank you for that as well. Savage Cabbage. Villa score. Tarley says, what's wrong with Chelsea? Ollie Watkins. That's a great goal. What a finish. The angle on that was so tight. Axel says, no, I just transferred Watkins out of my FPL team. All right, Pedro Porro. Delivering for Spurs, claimed by the keeper. Wow. So Ollie Watkins putting Aston Villa into the lead there. Away to Chelsea. This is seriously concerning for Chelsea, man. I don't know what's going on there. And, well, this is very, very good to see. James Maddison is back on the pitch for Tottenham. Dude, I was really worried, especially when they were testing out his knee. We know knee injuries can be pretty concerning, but luckily it's nothing serious by the looks of things. James Maddison. You can see he's got those, I think it's his right knee he's got strapped up there. Troy says Chelsea is just as bad as Everton these days. It's just, the thing that makes it just even more ridiculous, the fact that they've spent so much money on players. Having a look at, they're showing the live ladder as it stands. So Liverpool up into second place, Brighton in third, Tottenham down to fourth, Arsenal to fifth. These two teams level on points. Tottenham ahead on goal difference. Arsenal trying to get in behind here. Havertz, great challenge there from Romero. Six points from 6 games. I think it would be, wouldn't it? Is that right? For Chelsea? I believe so, hey. Martin Odegaard to deliver this corner for the Gunners. Delivery is good. Vicario will claim. Starting to enter the final stages of this game. Maddison. Nice pass up to Kulusevski. Pedro Porro may be offside. Play on. Porro. Important block by Gabriel. Corner. Great run from Pedro Porro on the inside. Tottenham Hotspur with an opportunity. Mickey van der Ven, Christian Romero up from the back for this corner. Sars there. The doggies in there as well. Son. Options for Tottenham in the box. Porro will deliver. As an Arsenal player goes to the floor in the penalty area. And it's a yellow card. Who's it for Romero? Well, is it a foul? I don't think the referee's called a foul, but it's a yellow card. I mean, has he fouled the man? Are you going to do an AFC Cup vlog in a couple of weeks? Lockie, definitely keen to do some AFC Cup content for sure. Christian Romero against Gabriel Jesus. The Argentine against the Brazilian. Romero got his head to it. No meaningful contact though. Kulusevski. Couldn't do much with that. Kulusevski wins it back though. Saar. Kulusevski again. Saar. Wayward pass. Strong challenge from Saar. He got the ball. What? Oh, no. Beforehand. Got to be a little bit careful here. Saar. Already on a yellow. Can't afford to lose a player in a derby. Meanwhile, here's some action at Brighton. And they've taken a 2-goal lead here. They lead 3-1. It's Matoma again with the header this time. What a player, dude. Japanese winger Matoma fantastic. He scored 2 goals today for Brighton. 15 minutes to go here in the North London derby. Jesus cutting inside. Jorginho. Arsenal haven't had many chances of late. Is someone going to step up and win this game? Both teams have been super competitive. Nice ball over the top, and Ketia can't keep it in, but it will be a corner. Richarlison and Højbjerg preparing to come on here for Spurs. You'd imagine Sarr would be coming off. He's under pressure, having already been booked. Meanwhile, Arsenal change here. Decent game from Gabriel Jesus. Has been dangerous. It's Reece Nelson who's coming on to replace him. It's going to be Richarlison who's coming on to replace Heung-min Son for the final minutes. James Maddison is leaving the field here, which is interesting. Maddison will be coming off for Højbjerg, so maybe just making sure that injury isn't too serious or doesn't get worse. Christian Romero has been handed the captain's armband. So Richarlison grabs a very rare Premier League goal for Tottenham Hotspur last week. Laid on against Sheffield United. Could he do it again here today? That'd be huge. That's right, Troy. Matoma, Saka, Son, Haaland, and Foden for the FPL points. Nama asks, why is Son coming off? It's a good question. He's been looking very good today. Already a couple goals. Maybe a suggestion that Ange and Spurs are maybe happy to take a draw from here. Højbjerg is definitely a bit more of a defensive substitution as well for Tottenham when you bring it off James Maddison for Højbjerg. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, not a starting role for Tottenham, but he's featured off the bench many times this season so far. Spurs with a decent little spell of possession here. Romero goes long. Richarlison's brought down. Foul goes the other way. Free kick, Gabriel. Gunners are going to try and push for a winner here for sure. As we approach the final 10 minutes of this North London derby, which has been a gripping watch so far. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. Make sure you have hit the like button. Sarr. Romero. Højbjerg. Manuel Solomon. Spurs moving the ball around. Not with a lot of pace. Wins the throw. Yes, I do remember that. Nama. I do recall that match. Indeed. 10 minutes remaining. Final 10 minutes. We will have a decent chunk of added time with the injury to Maddison, the VAR check for the penalty. So you'd expect at least 5 minutes or so, at least. Not Spurs' best performance of the season, that's for sure, but It's been a gritty performance. Really tightly contested match. And Spurs have done well to stay in it. Away to their arch rivals, who finished second in the Premier League last year, Arsenal. Champions League football this season. Forward pass, Nketiah can't control that. Is there an opportunity brewing for one of these teams? It's been a little while since we've had a shot on goal. That's a great question, Nama. What was your life before YouTube? I assume you mean before I started this channel? Well, basically, I did the same thing, but instead of talking to you guys, I was talking to, I was just talking to my dad or, talking to my family about football. And I was like, you know what? I like this. So I decided to keep talking about it with more people, hey. So it wasn't too dissimilar. Still watching a lot of football, of course. Just now watching football with you guys, eh? Left-hand side, Solomon. Can we find an opening here? Solomon poked away by Saliba, who's been good today. Well done, Basuma. That's really well done from Basuma. The strength from the Tottenham midfielder, fantastic. Now here comes the doggy. He loses out to Saka. Foul there. And it's Sarr again. And again, we're wondering about these fouls here, especially when Sarr still riding that yellow card. Porro, Sarr, Kulusevski, back for Sarr, Tottenham building, and having decent spells of possession here, Spurs as well, hey. Can they turn it into something productive? Richarlison's up top. He would love nothing more than another goal here in a North London derby. Will you remember us when you're famous? I don't know if I'll ever be necessarily famous. But, hey, I appreciate you guys, of course. Appreciate you guys being here. Always recognize the familiar names and familiar faces in the live chat here, which I greatly appreciate. Reece Nelson on the left for Arsenal. Can he create something? Cuts in and shoots. Deflection. Corner. Troy says, I'm glad you also support Mariners. It's hard to find good channels that do A-League content. And when I saw your profile first pop up years ago, we're so happy. Troy, appreciate it, man. You've been here for a while. And that's right. We love the Mariners. We love the A-League. Arsenal corner here. Another corner for the Gunners. Tottenham have defended them well so far. You can see a lot of these Arsenal players congregating at the back. Now coming forward to the near post. Looking to get that flick on. Dude, that was a nervy corner. It floated across the face. Just waiting for someone to get a head on it. No one in the end. Spurs survive. Once again. 5 minutes remaining. But it's another corner. Headed away. Sarr. Oh, well done, Saka. Axel says another late winner by Nelson. That Bournemouth game was crazy. I remember getting yelled at the next morning, waking up my parents after we scored. Arsenal coming close there a moment ago. Starting to finish this game a little bit brighter. Tottenham maybe just trying to hold on to this draw. Nama says, the first time seeing you was when I was searching Perth Glory for 22 career mode, and I saw you come on. There you go. That's random. But love it. That's great. Havertz with the strike that goes wide. This has got a draw feeling about it, a 2-2 draw feeling about it. That was my prediction before the game, and it might ring true. Ooh, risky throw there from Vicario. Not sure what he was thinking. A doggy had a couple defenders on him. Højbjerg under pressure. Well done, though. That's really good. Solomon getting back to get that touch in. Højbjerg forward for a doggy. Well done, Saliba. William Saliba, fantastic today at the back for Arsenal. Has been very, very solid. As always. Højbjerg, wayward pass. Can't really afford to do that, Pierre. Good challenge, Van der Ven, but Arsenal keep coming. Højbjerg, Odegaard, pass. Nketiah. Final stages here. We're gonna be set for a decent chunk of injury time, that's for sure. At least 5 minutes, minimum. Forward pass down the left. Nelson in the box. This is a good chance for Arsenal. Nelson, good block. Pedro Porro. Well done. Axel says, I remember my mate introduced me to your channel when you did Central Coast Mariners career mode 2 years ago. We were looking for a good A-League career mode series to watch. There you go. That's cool. Says, crazy to see how far you've come, mate. Yeah, especially from that. Yeah, I remember doing that Mariners career mode, which was was that 2 years ago? Yeah. Crazy, right? Chance for Arsenal. Well done, Basuma with a header. And the doggy will come away with this one. Tottenham, can they get one final attack maybe going here? Long ball to the path of Richarlison, who gets it. Brings in a doggy. Needs some support here. That's got to be a foul, surely. Well done, a doggy. He's still going. That's surely a foul. Come on. What? Oh, the foul's gone the other way. Oh, well, surely a doggy's been fouled in somewhere there, dude. Anyway. Aussie says 11 minutes added in the Villa game. Chelsea Villa. Chelsea looking for a late equaliser there. So doggy. Oh, actually, I tell you what. Yep, that's a foul. Didn't see that. That arm wrapped around the waist of Saka. And Saka's taking some time getting back to his feet here. In a bit of pain. So it's 3-1 between Brighton and Bournemouth. 3-1 between Liverpool over West Ham. Villa still in front of a Chelsea 1-0, which would be another disastrous result for Chelsea at home. They just can't seem to get anything going, Chelsea. Still just the one win this Premier League season under Pochettino. White. Delivering for Arsenal towards Nelson. 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. We're going to have 10 minutes of added time. I was saying at least 5. We've got 10. Here we go. 10 more minutes of North London derby action. Thanks so much for joining me for this one. Our third watch long of the day. It's been a big day. Australia Cup semi-finals, Premier League football. It's been so much fun. Tottenham trying to hold on here. Van der Ven apologises for that shanked clearance. The Gunners. What a moment it would be here for Emirates. They would explode in noise if they could find a late winner here. Delivery from Odegaard is good. Headed away. Here's Saka shooting. Oh, Vicario gets down to make the save. Bukayo Saka, it's a dangerous position with him on his left boot. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, it might have been heading wide. It might have just been hitting the post, maybe. Vicario didn't want to risk it, though. He's been good today, Vicario. Been busy. Nelson delivers. That header's going to go wide. Should be a goal kick. No, it's a corner. It's a corner. Another set piece here for the Gunners. Surely looked like it should have been a corner. Oh, sorry, goal kick. Pressure's really being applied here for Spurs. For Ange's Spurs. Can they hold on? Dangerous delivery. Up in the air. Vicario claims. Well done, the Spurs keeper. No real urgency to get out from the box as well, which even more supports the idea that Tottenham are happy to take the draw. They're just showing a replay. Maybe a question of a hand there. I don't know about that. Richarlison offside. Pedro Porro, good challenge. Nama asks, how did you interview players? I want to do it. Generally the A-League clubs, well, all clubs, have a media manager. So getting in contact with the media manager and they can set it up from there. Obviously, they have to know what the interview's for and all that kind of thing. But yeah, that's how it works. There's generally a media guy who coordinates that stuff. Reece Nelson off the left for Arsenal. Back for Havertz. Delivering. Tottenham should be able to deal with this again. Pedro Porro's under pressure. Does really well. But he's given it away. Disaster. Havertz. Well done, Basuma. Holds it off. Goal kick. Tottenham can't really do much here. Can't really break out. They're just trying to hold on. They're doing a decent job of that. Arsenal clearly desperate to find this winning goal to get 3 points over their fierce rivals. I'll tell you what, a draw for Ange in North London derby away from home would be a big result. Would set them up to get the win in the reverse fixture. Basuma, nicely done. Fakes the pass and drives forward. Kulusevski. Chance for Spurs here. Arsenal looking to apply the pressure here. Basuma, well done, winning the ball. Kulusevski. There's Richarlison inside. Richarlison turns. Can't get the shot off. Saliba's been so good today. Short pass surely here for Højbjerg. Richarlison. Richarlison shooting. Almost dipping into the goal. David Raya had to make sure he was in front of the goal to save that. Do you think Noah Smith will get much game time this season? Asked Troy. It looks like he'll be a sort of an impact player off the bench. So maybe not too much game time for Noah Smith. But yeah, because I imagine Jacob Farrell will still be that first choice left back. The good thing about Smith is that he's someone who can play in defense or in midfield as well. So he can jump into sort of one of the wide midfield areas if needed. So I think he'll get some decent minutes off the bench. But I can't see him being a starting player at the moment. There's too many other players in sort of his positions. Arsenal. Forward again. Should be a Spurs throw and is. Well done. 4 minutes to go here. We've got 10 minutes total of injury time. Emil Smith-Rowe set to come on for Arsenal to replace Bukayo Saka for the last few minutes. Saka's been great today. Involved in that first goal, the own goal. And then scored that second goal from the penalty spot. That's right. Smith-Rowe's on. Talented young player. I do remember Stefan Jankovic made one and only one appearance for Mariners off the bench. I do recall that. That was a transfer that was one of the transfers that didn't work out for Mariners in recent years. Stefan Jankovic. Young Serb. Yes, that's right. He was Serbian, wasn't he? Same season where Mikhail Janota was here as well. Hey, Janota. The Polish midfielder. Who, again, he didn't have much game time either. That was the season where Alan Stajic was in charge of the Mariners. Got them to third on the ladder. Arsenal. Still striving for this winner. Tottenham. Parked back in their own half. Couple minutes remaining. I think based off the play, Arsenal have just edged it just. They have had the better chances. Over the top here. Pedro Porro heads away. Kulusevski. Strong. Forward pass. Just to nowhere, really, but not sure what the thinking was there for Kulusevski. Richarlison wasn't really in the vicinity. Oh, strong header there from Romero. Is it going to be a foul? It will be a foul. I don't know about that. I mean, it was a heavy collision, but he was going for the ball there. Aussie says Chelsea sent the keeper up for a free kick offside, though. Nama, I believe you're talking about Dan Bowman. Or it could be Olivia Bamal. There is a player, Bamal, who played at Newcastle last year. Olivia Bamal. Yes, Troy, I remember those players too. I loved Tom Hiaria. He was great. Tom Hiaria, Wood Brahma. A couple of years ago as well. Yeah, some throwbacks. Love it. Aussie's happy. I'm assuming Aston Villa won the game. Full-time whistle at Chelsea. A rare weekend where both Villa and Raw wins, says Aussie. There you go. Love it. Here's Tottenham with a chance in the dying seconds. They've got numbers forward here. This would be huge. Kulusevski in the box. Richarlison. Oh. Shot dragged wide. What a chance. In the 100th minute, that would have been a magical moment. Oh, well, it's deflected wide corner. Here we go. Corner. Tottenham. This could well be the last play of the game. What a moment if Spurs were to score here, dude. Here we go. 100 minutes of football played in the North London derby. Porro's corner. Headed away. And that's full time. Spurs 2. Arsenal 2. What a game. What a match. Gritty game. Cagey match. Ange Postecoglou takes a point from the Emirates Stadium, which I think is nothing to be ashamed of. That is a big point for Tottenham. A big result on the road to their rivals, Arsenal. An own goal from Romero, penalty for Saka, Son with 2 goals either side of half-time. I think Arsenal will be disappointed not to get the win there. Tottenham with a point. Valuable point. Tottenham have a tough game next week. They take on Liverpool at home. We'll be hoping to win that game. Liverpool were successful today against West Ham. Wins as well for Brighton and Aston Villa. So what that means then is that Tottenham sit fourth on the ladder. Liverpool jump up into second. Brighton are in third on 15 points. Arsenal just behind Tottenham on goal difference. Fifth on the ladder. Aston Villa, Aussie's team, Aston Villa, 12 points on the ladder in sixth place. West Ham, seventh place on the ladder. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I need sleep, says Ollie. Axel says, great stream, Lockie, as always. Now go get some sleep. Have a good rest of your night. Cheers, Axel. Appreciate it. Aussie says, good night, Lockie. See you for the next stream. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. We'll have some FIFA streams coming up real soon. Should say some EAFC streams coming up real soon. Of course, the Australia Cup final coming up. More Premier League action, as we know, over the next few weeks before the A-Leagues kicks off next month. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. My name's Lockie. This is Coast Watch Football. Good night.